All right, everybody, welcome to the first WCBN Sports broadcast of the 2018-19 year. Here we are at the Michigan Soccer Stadium for a early season matchup between the Michigan Wolverines and the South Florida Bulls. This is a men's soccer match, and the Wolverines, coming off a loss to Tulsa last week, will come in with a 4-3-3 formation with Henry Mashburn in goal, with a back line of Zweig, Reagan, Samaki, and Borges, and a three-man midfield of Mertz, Ibarra, and the captain, Serda, and a three-man attack force with Abdul Faraq Osman on the left wing, Rosendahl on the right, and Mohamed Zaki on the right down the middle. Now, the South Florida Bulls are also 0-1, coming off a loss to Michigan State. They come in with a 4-4-2. Harrison, Devonish, Mears in goal with a back line of Murphy, Galena, Flanagan, and Rosales. A four-man midfield of Jackson, Zeese, Mange, and Rutherham. And a two-man strike force up front of Billhart and Skublak. South Florida captain today is number 22, Jonathan Rosales. And as the players take the field, it appears that Michigan will take the ball first in this first half. Head coach of the Wolverines in his seventh season is Shaka Daly. Has a record through 6 seasons of 49 wins, 49 losses, and 17 draws. And the head coach of South Florida is Bob Budahorn, his second season. Last season, he had 6 wins, 6 losses, and 4 draws. And I stand corrected. It appears that South Florida is going to take the ball first. Number 11, Tomas Skublak, stands at the halfway line ready to take the ball back, and he does. He plays it back to number 7, Alex Zeese. Plays it back over to number 19, Murphy. Now plays it up the left wing and out of bounds for a Michigan throw. Number 12, Alex Zweig to take the throw. Throws it out to number 24, Rosendahl. Plays it back to the center to number 14, Robbie Mertz. And back to number 25, Reagan. Plays a long ball down the left field to down the left side to in an attempt to pick out Marcelo Borges, playing at left back today, however, unsuccessful South Florida throw. Ball thrown in to number 10, Mange, and Michigan pressing high. South Florida beats it, takes it up before it's knocked away and out of bounds by Marcelo Borges. Another South Florida throw down the right-hand side. And throws in. Played back to number 8 for South Florida. Bill Hart takes a long shot at it, flies way over the net, and the Wolverines have a goal kick. Taken by Washburn out to Borges. And now Wolverines playing. Looks like Zaki has a break. Plays it out to Mertz. Tries for the cross before it's cleared away by number 19, Murphy, for the Bulls. Borges fights for it. Header. And now Mertz again loses the ball. And now it's gone out of bounds on the right-hand side for what appears to be a Michigan throw. Borges, the left back, stands in to take it. And looks like they're going to play a long throw. Borges heaves it into the box, easily cleared away by Bill Hart. And now Borges plays it back into Mertz. Now a relatively simplistic shot by Rosendahl over to the goalkeeper, Devonish Mears, who drop kicks it past the halfway line, long ball, and out of bounds on the right-hand side, Michigan throw. Borges already having a busy day down there on that right-hand side. And he will take the throw, and it's to Zaki. Zaki has a break down the right-hand side, looks to cut inside, and Rosendahl down the middle. Good defending there by Murphy. and it is cleared by Rosales. Skublak. Bill down the middle. Plays it out to the left for number 7, Alex Zeese. Looks like a port. Now Zeese has a shot over again from outside the box. Washburn gets another goal kick. Michigan so far looks like they're trying to play especially from dead ball situations and goal out of the back. Now Washburn waves him up, and he's appears to be going long. And down the right-hand side, looking for Cerdo. Cerdo tries to keep it in, but he does not. However, it does deflect off Alex Zeese, so it will be a Michigan throw. And South Florida appears to retake possession. Oh, now Cerda. Now it's turned back over to South Florida. Played back to Devonish Mears by Flanagan. Devonish Mears kicks it long. Headed away by Marcelo Borges. However, he is called for an over-the-back foul, and it will be... Excuse me, foul was called on South Florida. But Borges turns it right back over. Now Bill Hart deep in his own third. Cleared up by Flanagan. And out of bounds. Looks like another Michigan throw. Borges looks to take it. Throws forward to Zaki, who plays it into Osman, but it is cleared away by Murphy. Murphy, so far, being very busy. And it's played out to Zeese on the left-hand side. And Zeese plays it down to number 12, Rudderham, before it is knocked away by number 5, Samaki. But it's launched in by Zeese and headed away by Samaki. Murphy passes it back to Galina. Right around midfield, plays it out on the right-hand side to Rosales. Now it's Skublak. Rosales plays the ball all the way back to Devonish Mears. Kicks down the left-hand side, looking for number 27, Flanagan, but it is headed away and now repossessed by South Florida. Good tackle there by number 24, Rosendahl for Michigan. Now plays it back to Reagan. Now Cerda. Taken over by South Florida. Skublak. Plays it, centers it to Zeese. Tries to play in number 12, Rudderham, but little long. Now Rudderham has it on the corner. Fighting Swike there for possession. And it is cleared away. And now it falls back to number 10, Mongi for South Florida. Flanagan. Galina. Rosales. It into Skublak down the center, plays it out back on the right to Rosales. Now Rosales takes it to the center, plays it back to Mongi. And turns it over. Good defending there by Rosendahl. Rosendahl sprints out to the left, looks to play the ball to Osman. Osman gets knocked over by Alex Zeese, and the referee calls a foul. Michigan will have a free kick on the left-hand side. Piers Borges will step up to take it, and he plays it back to Reagan. Now to Mertz. Reagan. Borges. Harassed by Jackson. And Mertz plays it up to Zaki, who took a little bit of a heavy touch, which was enough for Devonish Mears to come and cover it up. And Mears plays it to Murphy. Back to Devonish Mears, now to Galina. Galina kicks it long to Bill Hart. Bill Hart takes it down. Cuts inside before turning the ball over to Cerda. Now Rosendahl. Mertz plays a chip out to the left, looking for Osman. Osman takes it by the touch line. Osman cuts inside, plays the cross in. Free header by Serta, headed just over the net. That's the best chance for either team. Ivo Serta, the captain for Michigan today, gets a free header right in front of goal, heads it over the net. Now, it is repossessed by Rosendahl. Now to Mertz. Mertz thinking about shooting. Plays it into Osman. However, knocked away by Flanagan, and Osman may have been offside anyway. Now Billhart. Turns it over again. The Wolverines very successful on the high press so far these last few minutes. Now Swike. Plays it out to Rosendahl. Rosendahl cuts inside. Muscled off the ball by Billhart. It's cleared by Flanagan. However, a foul is called. The Wolverines will have a free kick on the right-hand side just outside the penalty box. And it looks like it will be number 23, Mark Ibarra, standing up to take either him or Rosendahl. And teed up, and it is knocked away by the Bulls defense. Now to Zeese. Now to Rosendahl. Or excuse me, Rosales. And it turned over. Borges. Borges gets muscled off the ball by Galena. No foul called. And it's played back to Devenish Mears, who kicks it long. Brought down by Jackson. Now Skublock. And it goes outside for a Michigan throw. Borges, it appears, will take the throw right around the start of the Wolverines' third. Stand corrected. He's backing up a fair bit. The Wolverines will have to build this one out for the back. Players are going forward. Borges looks to throw it long, and he does. Throws for Osman and Zaki. Osman takes it and then loses possession. And it is now, and a handball has been called on Osman. He lost it. Mongi took it, played it back to Rosales, tried to play it forward, but looks like it was knocked down by Osman's hand. And now Murphy. Flanagan. Back to Murphy. Plays it back to the other center back, Galena. Back to Murphy. Murphy plays it out to Flanagan. Flanagan has an opening on the left-hand side. Moves past Swike. Murphy tries for the cross. Good. Clearing out of bounds for Reagan. And it will be a South Florida corner, the first corner for either side this game. And it will be number 7, Alex Zeese, to take the corner. Zeese, the junior from Oakville, Ontario. And the kick comes into the box all the way through, headed down by Skublock. Side netting. Wolverines will have a goal. Another good chance there for a player to score with their head. However, Skublock, like Serta before him, unable to finish. Washburn sends all the players long. And Washburn blasts it down there, down to Mertz, who takes it down. Now to Osman, plays it back to Borges. And Borges is muscled off the ball, goes out of bounds for a South Florida throw. Rosales takes it to Mongi. And a foul is called on Robbie Mertz. Mertz, of course, the captain last week in their loss against the Tulsa Golden Hurricane, but both he and Ivo Serta are listed as official captains for the Wolverines. However, Serta is the captain of the squad tonight. Now it's Murphy. Plays it back. That could have been a mistake, but good recovery there by Alex Zeese. Plays it back to Devenish Mears, who clears it out of bounds. Oh, excuse me, not out of bounds. Rosendahl knocks it down, takes it to Serta, back to Rosendahl to Swike, to Ibarra, then to Samaki, who plays it back to Washburn. Washburn plays it out the other side to Reagan. Reagan out to Borges at left back. Now Ibarra. Switches sides down to Swike on the right-hand side. Swike cuts inside. Swike plays the ball, tries to play the ball in for Zaki, but it's headed away by Murphy. Now Jackson, repossessed by Ibarra right there in the center of the park for the Wolverines. Now plays it out to Osman on the left side. Borges, left-hand side. Borges looking to get a cross in, and he gets the cross in. However, it's a weak cross, headed away by Galena. Now Jackson. Rosales. Rosales switches sides all the way over to Flanagan. He tries, however, it's knocked down by Rosendahl. Rosendahl tries to play it to Zaki, almost a nifty play, however, knocked away by Murphy. And Serta picks up the loose ball. Now Rosendahl at the right edge of the box. Rosendahl looks to be knocked down. However, foul's called. Zaki plays the ball away by Murphy. Now Ibarra heads it back down, but intercepted by Galena. Galena plays it out to Bill Hart. Now to Skoblak down the left-hand side. And the ball is knocked down by Swike, out of bounds for a South Florida throw. Skoblak takes it. Monkey plays it out to Zeese. Now Jackson, number 17. Jackson centers it again to Mongi. Murphy looks to play it out to the left-hand side, which he does to Flanagan. Now back to Murphy. Murphy eyeing Flanagan, decides to play it back to Devonish Mears. Mears kicks it long. Now it's Alex Zeese. Knocked away by Ibarra. And it's played out by Borges to Mertz, and then to Ibarra, who boots it long before Galena heads it down. Now it's Zaki who takes possession. Now it is Borges down the middle. Now Rosendahl takes a shot. Good save by Devonish Mears. However, that very well could have been, well, not very well. It was offside. However, some life there early on with 30 minutes left in the first period from the Wolverines. Still scoreless here, 15 minutes in to the first half. Now Galena. Galena switches sides out over to Murphy. Flanagan. Back to Murphy. Now to Mongi. Now Galena. Mongi. Galena. Galena chips it out to Jackson, who plays it to Rosales, who tries to play a ball forward. However, it appears to have taken a deflection, and it rolls right to Henry Washburn, the Wolverines goalkeeper. Now it is Mertz in the center of the park. Plays it out to Borges on the left. Borges plays a ball relatively long back to Washburn. Washburn looks to switch sides. Plays it over to Samaki, the Wolverines' right-handed center half. Takes a poor touch. And Skoblak knocks it out of bounds. He's looking for a foul. However, it appears that Samaki got a little bit of the ball, and however, it is a Wolverines throw. Alex Swike takes it. Throws it long and forward, headed down. And now Zaki has a little bit of a break. Plays it forward to Osman. Osman looks like he's going to have a shot at goal. And he is called offside by the referee. That is now 2, perhaps 3 offside calls on the Wolverines. Devonish Mears plays it out. Knocked down by Rosendahl. Now Serta. Mertz. Cleared away by Murphy. Straight to number 12, Rudderam. Now Bill Hart. Bill Hart cuts inside. Plays it into Alex Zeese. Tries to play it into Jackson, but it is cleared away by Ibarra. Now to Rosendahl. Rosendahl plays it out to Zaki. Good back heel there by Zaki. Now Rosendahl has the ball down the right-hand side. Murphy and Flanagan giving chase before it is finally knocked out of bounds for a corner by Flanagan. Looks like a foul was committed against Zaki. Advantage given by the referee, but Shaka Daly giving the fourth official a little bit of an earful. And Mark Ibarra will take this corner on the right-hand side for the Wolverines. Lines up on the left side of the flag. Looks like it is about to be an in-swinging kick for the right-footed Ibarra. And Ibarra delivers in. Low cross, headed away by Bill Hart. Flanagan takes it. Now Bill Hart. And any chance of a break snuffed out by the Wolverines defending. Now Borges plays the ball long. Offside, Serta. And now it'll be repossessed by the Bulls. Murphy, the left-sided center back. Plays back to Devonish Mears. Plays back to Galena. Galena, the right-sided center back, and Murphy, the left-sided center back, with Flanagan and Rosales being the left and right backs, respectively, for the Bulls tonight. Their opponents, Alex Swike at right back for Michigan, Marcelo Borges at left back for Michigan, and the left and right-sided center backs are Reagan and Samaki, respectively. As the ball goes out of bounds for a South Florida throw. Rosales throws it in to Bill Hart. Tries to take it down, however, turns the ball over. Mongi takes it back. Bill Hart, once again, had his pocket picked by the Wolverines. Now Mongi in the center of the park. Now turnover. Ivo Serta plays the ball into Osmond down the left-hand side. Zaki looking for an opening. Osmond takes on Galena, and a foul is called on Galena, and the clock stops, and a yellow card is shown to the Bulls center half, Galena. Henrik Galena, the first player to go into the book tonight, and now it's an interesting situation for South Florida now. 20 minutes into the game, one of your center backs is now on a yellow card, and the Wolverines have a free kick in a relatively dangerous position just outside the penalty box on the left-hand side. Looks like the takers are going to be, it looked like Ibarra was going to line up with it, but now it looks like it is just going to be Zaki. And Zaki lines up. Zaki takes, launches it at goal, and it's a goal! 1-0, Wolverines! Mohamed Zaki scores the first goal of this night off a free kick conceded foolishly by Henrik Galena. Wrestles down Osmond at the edge of the box. And the Wolverines now have a 1-0 lead 20 minutes into the game. Excellent free kick right there. Looked like Devonish Mears overestimated how far to the left it was coming. And it hit right in the center of the net. Perfectly placed. And the Wolverines have a well-deserved lead considering they've had most of the possession. And the Wolverines take it again. Now Swike plays it out to Zaki on the right-hand side. He's onside. Tries to play a cross in. Cleared away by Galena. And then again by Murphy. And Mongi plays it back to Devonish Mears. The Bulls playing with a little bit of fire here and getting caught with possession in their own third. Now Mongi. Out to Rosales. Plays it back to Devonish Mears. Devonish Mears switches sides. Plays it out to Flanagan. Flanagan tries to head it down. Tapped away by Rosendahl. Now to Swike. Serta. Rosendahl. Rosendahl plays it to Zaki on the right-hand side. Zaki tries to center it to Serta, but turned over to Mongi. However, Mongi is unable to keep it in bounds, and it will be a Wolverines throw. Alex Swike steps up to take the throw. And headed away by Zeese. But Serta takes it. Serta looks for a cross. Plays a cross in. Headed away by Murphy. But taken down by Borges. And now it's Mertz. Outside the penalty box. Plays it out to the right side to Rosendahl. Gets a cross in. Headed away by Rosales. And ball kicked high and gone by Marcelo Borges. It will be a goal kick for the South Florida Bulls. all of a sudden now, as the game has gone on, now that the Wolverines have got that first goal, the game appears to be opening up a little bit. Now, Galena plays it out to Bill Hart in the center, but has his pocket picked by Ibarra. But South Florida regains. Zeese plays it out to Flanagan on the left side. Now to Murphy. Zeese. Monge. Galena plays it out to Flanagan. And he loses the ball to Swike. Now Rosendahl. Back to Swike. Centers it to Robbie Mertz. Mertz takes it down. Ibarra looking for the pass, however, he does not get it. Mertz plays it out to Serta on the right-hand side. Swike overlaps. Now back to Samaki. Reagan. And Borges loses the ball in a dangerous area. Now it's Skublak. Wolverines get back. Skublak harassed by Borges on the ball. Sliding tackle by Borges. Excellent. Oh, excuse me. A foul was called, however. Advantage was given to South Florida. But they did not make much of that advantage. Serta knocks it away to Rosendahl. Zerta gets hit by Murphy, and the Wolverines will have another free kick. So far, the most interesting matchup of the night, perhaps the most oft-seen, is between the Bulls' left back, Flanagan, and the Wolverines' right winger, Rosendahl. And so far, it seems that Rosendahl's getting the better, but Flanagan's had his moments as well. Now, Swike steps up to take this kick. Swike delivers it long into the box. Zaki goes for it, headed away, and Devin Ishmears recovers. And it's played out to Swike. Or correction, Swike repossesses. Now to Mertz at the edge of the box. Mertz goes for the shot, saved by Devin Ishmears. Now Devin Ishmears boots it long to Jackson. Jackson plays it back to Galena. Jackson fighting for it with Mertz. But Jackson repossesses, plays it out to Skublak, and then on the right to number 7, Alex Zeese, before Reagan repossesses and clears it out of bounds for a South Florida throw. Trey Jackson, the right winger for South Florida, really hasn't gotten a whole lot of attention tonight, as much as South Florida's attacks appear to have come from the left, and the Wolverines have largely shut that side down through the performance of Borges. Now cross cleared to Rudderham. Now Flanagan's going to have a shot. Looks like he more tried to play a pass to Skublak, for Bill Hart has a crack, and it's knocked away by Serta. Looks like he had the wind knocked out of him, or perhaps he just got hit in the stomach, but he's on the ground. But the Bulls will have a corner, and it will be Alex Zeese. Really playing as an attacking central midfield, and a midfield four that really playing as a diamond. And Zeese delivers. Rudderham tries to get his head on it, but it's knocked away by Swike. Now the Wolverines have a break. Osmond inverted on the right-hand side. Osmond cuts inside, plays a ball across to Zaki, but it's knocked away by Rosales, the captain. But now Wolverines repossess. Mertz. Swike. Swike tries a shot, but blocked by Murphy, and then falls to Mertz, who tries to take it down, but bounces off his arm, and the referee calls a handball. Galena sets the ball. Galena just plays it back to Devin Ishmears, who flips the play over to Murphy. Murphy plays it over to Galena. Murphy Murphy tries to play it long to Rutherham. It's headed clear and out of bounds by Flanagan. Wolverines will get another throw. Early on, the Wolverines had a lot of activity down the left-hand side. Now the play appears to have flipped, and really a lot of what they've done in attack successfully has come down the right as Zaki takes it all the way to the touchline. Cuts back and cleared out by Murphy for another Wolverines throw. Throw on the right-hand side, level with the penalty spot. So this is where a long throw would be likely. You saw the Wolverines try it early in the game with on the left-hand side with Borges. Let's see if Zweig can throw the ball that far. And he will play the long throw into the box. And another header by Zaki, just wide. And a goal kick given. Excuse me, that wide header was by Jackson Reagan. Devin Ishmears plays it to Galina. Who plays it to Alex Zeese. Zeese plays it out to the left-hand side to Flanagan. Flanagan plays the ball, plays Bill Hart through, but knocked away for a corner by Zweig. Wolverines are saying that Bill Hart touched it last, but the referee is not having any of it. Corner given. Alex Zeese, it appears, will take it. And takes it short, crossed in by Bill Hart. Falls back to Zeese. Tries to play another cross in, headed clear by by Ibarra. And then knocked clear again by Zaki. Ibarra goes after it. Rosales plays it back, but taken down by Mertz and Serta. Mertz plays it out to Borges on the left-hand side. Borges hasn't really touched the ball in a while, and he tries to play the ball long to Rosendahl, who is inverted on the left-hand side, and Rosendahl plays it back to Zaki. Zaki plays the ball back to Zweig on the right-hand side. Zweig looks for the ball in, headed away by Rosales, and brought down by Trey Jackson. Trey Jackson finds some space on the right-hand side. Borger wrestling in with him, and a foul is called on Marcelo Borges. And a yellow card is shown to Marcel Borges. The Wolverines left back picks up the first booking for the Wolverines this game. Now Galina plays it out to Rosales. Now back to Galina. Wolverines better be careful with cards, as number 6, Daniel Mukana, is not playing for the Wolverines today after he's serving a suspension after picking up a red card last week against Tulsa. And Zweig heads it to Serta. Fight for it between Ibarra and Flanagan. Falls to Bill Hart. Bill Hart taking on Serta. Falls to Zweig. Zweig clears the ball long, looking for Osman, but it falls to Flanagan. Flanagan tries to knock clear now to Bill Hart. Bill Hart takes it down. Bill Hart tries to center it to Rutherham. Rutherham's in on goal. Rutherham takes a shot. Offside. South Florida's players really do not like that ruling, however. The linesman has made his decision now. 15 minutes left in this first half, thus 30 minutes in. The Wolverines up 1-0. The goal given 19 minutes and 52 seconds into the first half to Mohamed Zaki, the sophomore from Tamale, Ghana. Now Borges. Now to Osman down the left-hand side. Osman has Zaki on the overlap. Osman looks like to try and take it himself, muscled off the ball by Galina. And now Rosales. Rosales muscled off the ball by Ibarra. Ibarra knocks it out of bounds. It will be a Bulls throw. And Rosales plays it back to Devin Ishmears. Flips the play, plays it to Murphy. Mongi. And Flanagan plays it out to Skublock, but it is knocked out of bounds by Samaki. South Florida going a little bit of an interesting formation so far this game. I said 4-4-2 initially, but it looks like they do not appear to be playing with a left winger. Flanagan out there by himself, Trey Jackson on the right wing, and Mongi lying deep, and Zeese attacking. However, instead of playing as a winger, Rudderham is largely just playing up front as another forward. So this is really much more like a more imbalanced 4-3-3. And now it's Jackson Reagan to Borges. Now Zaki. Ibarra. Now Zaki. Zaki gets muscled off the ball, but he regains possession. Knocked clear by Trey Jackson. Nearly hit a couple students in the crowd, and it looks like the Wolverines will bring on a few substitutions. Number 12, Alex Swike comes out for number 16, Noah Kleedke. And Lucas Rosendahl, the right winger, comes out for Jack Hallahan. Hallahan, of course, is on the Mac Herman Trophy watch list. For those of you college football fans out there, that's the college soccer equivalent of the Heisman Trophy. However, Hallahan played sparingly last week against Tulsa. He's currently working his way back from an injury. Now Hallahan takes Rosendahl's position on the right wing. Hallahan plays the cross in, a little bit too close to Devonish Mears, who covers it up. Wolverines formation largely unchanged. The substitutes just slotting in where their predecessors left off, with Sleedkey on the right side and Hallahan on the right wing. Now Ibarra to Mertz. Serta. Hallahan wants it. Hallahan takes it on the right side. Hallahan attacks Flanagan. Hallahan looks to cut inside. Hallahan goes to the touchline, delivers in another cross, however, a little bit off to the right. Goal kick given. Devonish Mears plays it out to Henrique Galena. Flips the play to Murphy. Devonish Mears now to Galena. Galena plays it out to Rosales. Tries to play it into Skublack, who tries to play a ball to the corner for Jackson, but thus unsuccessful. Wolverines let it roll. Goal kick given to Washburn. A little bit of a sparse crowd here at the Michigan Soccer Stadium. The grandstand is, I would say, probably about somewhere between 50 and 65% full, which, considering the season hasn't started yet, is a pretty good turnout. However, the student section on the far side is a little sparse, which is to be expected considering classes are not in for a week. I'm sure it'll improve once that starts and the Michigan Ultras once again get organized for another season. Now the Bulls have a throw on the right-hand side. Rosales looks to take the throw, and now the Bulls are going to issue a substitution. In comes number 18, Emilio Yasa, to substitute for number 17, Trey Jackson. Ikaza, looks to be playing another central midfielder. South Florida looks like completely reliant on their fullbacks, Rosales and Flanagan, for providing width. And Florida's looks like the Bulls are looking to more overload the central midfield. And Reagan takes a kick long, tries to play it to Zaki, knocked away by Galina. Wolverines center back pairings, Galina and Murphy, are largely doing quite a good job of dealing with balls in the box, considering both of them are at least 6 feet tall, Murphy being 6 feet and Galina being 6'1". Compare that to Mohamed Zaki, who is a similar 6 feet. And the Bulls have largely done a good job, of course, conceding their one goal on a set piece by Zaki. Ball played in by Serta, but it is handled by Devin Ishmeers, who plays the ball long to Rutherham. Takes a little bit of a heavy touch, goes out of bounds on the left-hand side, the right-hand side for a Wolverines throw. And it will be Kleedke. Kleedke throws it out to Zaki, but it is repossessed by Murphy. Murphy found a little bit of space there with Rosales, but it is turned over. Now Osman comes on the left side, plays it to Mertz out on the flank. Mertz tries to get a ball in, knocked away by Galina. Galina tries to keep it out for the corner. However, the referee gives the corner kick. Once again, Mark Ibarra, largely playing as the Wolverines' deep-lying midfielder for this evening in what can be described as an inverted triangle midfield with Ibarra in the back and Serta and Mertz up front. Now this is going to be an in-swinger as Ibarra is a righty on the left-hand side, and it is played into Reagan, tries to head it goalward, but it is knocked away by Galina. And a stoppage of play is issued. Looks like Skoblak bumped heads with Reagan there on the corner, and the referee stopped play. Of course, like in major leagues across the world, the play is generally stopped when there's a head injury involved. But Skoblak is up and running, appears to be okay. And referee drops the ball to Ikaza, who clears it back to the Wolverines in a gesture of sportsmanship. And now Washburn. Reagan. Plays it to Mertz. Plays it back to Reagan. Plays it to Borges. Now to Zaki. It's knocked down by Galina. However, no foul given. Now Murphy. Flanagan. Flanagan looks to play it long. Right on the edge of the box, Washburn comes out to clear it. Now to Hallahan. Hallahan brings down Bill Hart, but no foul called. Now Ikaza. Bill Hart on the left flank. Bill Hart tries to play the ball into Rutherham. However, it's cleared away by Reagan to Zaki. Now to Hallahan. Hallahan goes down. And a foul called on Adrian Billhart. Now 6 minutes left in the first half. And the Wolverines still cling to a 1-0 lead on a strike off a set piece by Mohamed Zaki. Now Noah Kleedke, the senior from Brighton, Michigan, plays it down the flank, and it falls out of bounds for a Michigan throw. Looks like it deflected off of either Murphy or Flanagan. Hallahan stepping up, looks to take the throw. Oh, excuse me. No, that was a foul. It's a set piece off that kick. Hallahan, Wolverines aren't really putting numbers forward. Doesn't look like Hallahan's going to play for a direct ball in the box. However, now the Wolverines are sending some players forward. Hallahan eyes it up. Strikes to the left foot. In swinger. Serta goes for the header. Cleared off the line by Galina. Galina has had a very good first half, aside from picking up that one yellow card, which led to the conceding of the goal. He is One could argue he's prevented 2 more. Now Galena launches it long to Flanagan, who is unable to keep it in. Wolverine throw. Now Kleedke. The right back came in as a substitute for Alex Swyke, and now it looks like another substitution. Mohamed Zaki is coming out, being replaced by the freshman from London, Ontario, Sosa Emavan. Now Emavan takes his first touch of the game, plays it to Osman. Osman tripped down by Galena. That looks like an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. The referee pulls a card out of his pocket, and Galena is issued his second yellow of the game. And now the Bulls are going to have to play the rest of the game down a man. Just as I said, Galena has recovered nicely from conceding the foul and taking the booking that led to the Wolverines' first goal. Now Galena appears to have denies a goal-scoring opportunity to Osman. And the Wolverines now have a set piece right in the dead center of the attacking third. Devenish Mears lines up the defenders. Doesn't really look like much of a wall, considering the free kick is relatively deep, and now Ibarra and Hallahan standing to take it. A 3-man wall with Murphy, Rudderam, and that appears to be Mongi. Hallahan, the left-footed player to play. Ibarra, the right. Osman moves. And it looks like it's going to be Ibarra. Launches it at the goal, right to Devenish Mears. And Mears rolls it out to Murphy. Now to Devenish Mears. Plays it out to Rosales on the left. Or excuse me, the right. And the play is flipped out to Murphy on the left side. Murphy. To number 11, Skublak. Skublak started as a forward. Now it looks like he's almost shifting back to replacing Galena at center back, which a little puzzling, but interesting tactical adjustment there by the Bulls. And it falls to Osman. Plays that to Borges. Plays it inside for Emavan. Emavan cuts inside. Goes for the shot. Deflected wide by Devenish Mears. And the Wolverines will have another corner on the left-hand side. Ibarra has been their primary corner kick taker. And Ibarra lines up once again. Emavan moves towards. And in-swinging penalty kick straight to the box. Tries for Reagan again. However, it falls to the ground and is knocked clear by Flanagan. Flanagan kicks it all the way down into the Wolverines' third. It'll go out of bounds on the right side for the Wolverines' throw. And now it is Kleedke to Samaki. Ibarra. Serta on the right-hand side. Plays it out to Flanagan on the wing. Or, excuse me, to Hallahan. Hallahan tries to cut inside, muscled off the ball by Flanagan. Hallahan repossesses. Hallahan now has a break in the middle. Plays it into Osman down the center. Osman ball knocked clear back to Devenish Mears by Rosales, the Bulls captain tonight. And Mears plays it out to Rosales. Now to Skublak. Now Murphy. Murphy tries to play it long to Flanagan, however, too far inside, the Wolverines repossess. And now it's Ivo Serta on the right-hand side. Serta plays it back to Samaki. There is little over 1 minute left in this first half. The Wolverines look like they're going to try and kill it off. Now Reagan. Reagan plays it to Mertz. Back to Reagan. Samaki on the other side. Plays back to Hallahan. Cleat key overlapping. Hallahan cuts inside. Hallahan tries to flip it over to Emavon. However, it's repossessed by Borges. And it is... Osmond has had a break on his own. He was onside, and Devonish Mears came off the line. Open net, and Osmond put it into the side netting. Wolverines squander yet another chance to extend their lead by more than one. If you can hear that, there are 10 seconds left in the half. Devonish Mears looks like he's just going to blast it. Headed down by Reagan. Monkey goes for the final kick and just completely scuffs the ball. And it is halftime here at the Michigan Soccer Stadium. Wolverines have taken the lead in this game 1-0, 19 minutes, 52 seconds in, off of a direct free kick from number 9, Mohamed Zaki from Ghana. And the South Florida Bulls are in a little bit of a precarious position. They are down to 10 men. Starting center back Henrique Galina is put in the book twice in this first half. He is, of course, sent off. So now South Florida is a goal down and a man down. A yellow card has also been issued to Marcelo Borges, the Wolverines starting left back. And now we will take a 15-minute break, and my name is Nick Hornberg, and I will see all of you again in 15 minutes when the second half commences.
On your mark, get set, go. Looks like we have a winner. Congratulations. to Hallie. You are tonight's Michigan Soccer Puzzle Race champion and are taking home a Michigan Soccer scarf. Let's hear a big round of applause for both of our competitors this evening. Join us on Friday as the men's Michigan soccer team takes on Cal Riverside in the second annual Puck Center Pitch game. Kickoff is slated for 7 p.m. right here at the UM Soccer Stadium. For tickets or more information, visit mgoblue.com/pucks. Following the conclusion of today's game, all fans in the 8th grade and under are invited onto the field for their chance at scoring a goal, courtesy of Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan. All fans wishing to participate should meet at the gate on the northwest side of the stadium immediately following the conclusion of the game.
How's it going? How's the broadcast going? Very good. Yeah. For winning, that helps you to get a little bit more to talk about today. Played pretty well. Your first start.
was, let me get back by the end of the day and should have did. Not my idea.
Is that like still or is that just like an idea?
No, I think that's my idea.
So here's what I want to do. I would like to.
I mean, there's just no other time we can do it. We can't do it before practice.
That seems insane.
I mean, think about it. We can't do it before practice. Kids are coming from class. We can't do it on a Saturday because of football and recruiting. We can't do it on an off day because it's NCAA rules. No, we can't. Off day is completely, they're free from any sport team-related activities at all. It kind of sucks, but
I want to set up like the day before.
yeah, I think that could be doable. We just have to make sure that the club team isn't in there fucking anything around.
That's what I would ask.
But it's only going to take like a half hour at most. I know. That's insane. I'll be there too. That's good.
I would say
Together. I'll buy you a bagel. How's that? We make it up to you for having to come that early.
okay. I would say if I could figure out if I can do that setup.
When do you think you would do it?
I guess I would hold that next week.
I'm pretty sure that there will be club Wolverine practice, I'm sure, but if you needed to set up with like the diving well, I don't think that they would use that. You know,
That's true.
I don't think so, but we'll talk tomorrow.
Right. So just try to figure that out.
Yeah. I agree. That would save a lot of time. All right.
So Daryl and I are. We can talk after.
Okay.
All right, everybody, welcome back here. Halftime has ended. My name is Nick Hornberg once again, and we're about a minute away from the start of the second half. The Wolverines clinging to a 1-0 lead over the South Florida Bulls. South Florida, a man down after Henrique Galena was sent off after 2 yellow cards in the first half. After using 3 first-half subs in the first half, the Wolverines largely bring out the team that they started the game with. Mohamed Zaki back up at center forward, and Austin Swike is back at right back. However, Jack Hallahan stays in the game at right wing. It looks like Lucas Rosendaal's day is done, unless perhaps we see him at the end of the game in the event that Shaka Daly decides to trim Jack Hallahan's minutes a little bit more as he is returning from an injury. South Florida doesn't appear to be making any changes. However, Skublock moves back, lines up back in the center back position, and the second half begins. Corey Cupid, number 3 for South Florida, comes in at right back. Looks like the captain for South Florida, Jonathan Rosales, has been taken out. I cannot see who is wearing the armband now for South Florida. And now Jackson Reagan takes the ball, plays it to Robbie Mertz, plays it back to Samaki. Samaki tries to flip play out to Osman, headed away by Cupid. And Devonish Mears sets the ball. And Devonish Mears boots it long, knocked down by Borges. To Henry Laval. Looks like Laval has been subbed on at halftime to replace Alex Zeese. And Ikaza remains on in place of Trey Jackson after subbing in for him as a long ball is played to Rudderham. Rudderham holds the ball up, takes a shot at goal, saved by Henry Washburn. First real chance of this half and for either side, and arguably South Florida's first real good chance of the game. Good shot, but Washburn lays out to save it. And now it's to Reagan, to Ibarra. Ibarra largely playing as the Wolverines' deep-lying playmaker. And now Samaki. Out to Hallahan. Hallahan loses the ball, knocked away by Laval. However, it falls back to Samaki. Now Reagan. Reagan plays it out to the left to Borges. Borges against Mongi. Tries to play it into Osman, but it's knocked down by Cupid. Cupid knocks it up in the air. Headed down by Ikaza. And now Laval. However, Laval has it stolen by Mertz. Mertz tries to play a football to Zaki. However, it's weak. And Skublock knocks the ball away. And now Flanagan. Skublock loses the ball, and now to Zaki, to Mertz. Mertz plays it back to Ibarra. Ibarra plays it out to Serto, and it looks like a foul is called on Emilio Ikaza, and a yellow card is issued to Emilio Ikaza, the first card of the half and the 4th booking of the game for between both sides, and the 3rd issued to South Florida. Marcelo Borges, of course, being the only Wolverines player so far this game to go in the book. And Henrique Galena is responsible for 2 of those bookings. He was sent off in the first half, hence the situation South Florida is in right now. Ibarra takes the free kick, just plays a conservative pass out to Reagan on the side. Reagan flips the play out to Hallahan on the right side. Hallahan all alone on the flank. Hallahan playing against Flanagan. Flanagan knocks the ball away and tries to kick it long and clear it away. It is repossessed by Samaki. However, Samaki plays it in the center to Mertz. Mertz collides with Flanagan. Falls to Hallahan. Hallahan makes a move. Hallahan once again has the ball knocked away by Flanagan. And it falls to Murphy. Now Cupid. Now Mongi. Mongi cuts inside against Reagan. Mongi tries to play a back heel, however, it's intercepted by Osman. Osman plays that out to Zaki on the left side. Zaki largely stationed on the right side a lot. Now he's focused. Now he's on the left. Zaki gets past Laval and Mongi. Zaki inside, plays it in for Osman. Osman has it knocked away by Skublock. However, the flag goes up for offside on Osman. I believe that is Osman's third time being called offside this game. Skublock plays it out to Laval. Murphy. Laval. Skublock. Now Laval to Mongi, the center of the park. Mongi takes the run, tries to play a back heel, but is unsuccessful, and Mertz intercepts now to Ibarra, plays it back to Mertz. Mertz plays it to Reagan, moving backwards, but now Mertz has it on the left flank. Mertz centers it in the Wolverines' third to Ibarra, who goes down, looks like fouled by Ikaza. Now Washburn plays it out to Samaki, now to Serta. To Swike. Swike centers it to Hallahan, plays it back to Serta. Serta still on the right-hand side, plays it back to Samaki. Now to Reagan. Reagan pushes it forward. Plays it. Little pass out to Mertz. Mertz plays it to Zaki. Zaki tries to play it out to Borges, however, it's knocked away by Laval. Laval to Murphy to Cupid. Cupid tries to boot it long to Rudderam, who has the ball on the left flank. Rudderam cuts inside, and Rudderam tries to play for the cross. Rudderam gets past Samaki, however, heavy touch rolls to Washburn, who covers it up. Mongi has so far started this half for South Florida, playing a bit more advanced. His previous deep-lying position looks to be taken by Henry Laval, who's a bit bigger and more powerful. Looks like South Florida looking for a little bit more strength in the midfield. And now it's Swike to Hallahan. Hallahan plays it back to Swike. Swike centers it to Ibarra. Ibarra flips play out to the left side to Reagan. Now to Borges, pursued by Mongi. And Borges tries to play it in for Osman. Looks like Osman's going out. He is not going to get to it before it rolls out of bounds for a goal kick. And now the ball to Skublock, back to Devin Schmears. Devin Schmears kicks it long, straight to Jackson Reagan. Knocked down by Mertz. Mertz in the center of the park, looks for a pass. Drives forward, Mertz. Plays it out to Hallahan on the right flank. Hallahan matched up with Flanagan. Hallahan tries to beat him, tries to turn him, however, Flanagan takes the ball. Hallahan is down, looks at his knee, gets back up, appears to be limping slightly, going to try to walk it off. However, that's something for Wolverines head coach Shaka Daly to look at, considering Hallahan is already coming back, is in the process of working his way back from an injury. Now Skublock. Turns the key, plays it over to Murphy. Murphy to Mongi, slings it out to the right to Cupid. Cupid plays it back for Murphy. Murphy flips play out to the left. And Skublock lofts it down to that appeared to be Mongi. However, the ball, they cross in a little bit far for Rudderam, who appears to be playing as the lone striker right now. Excuse me, that was Bill Hart down on the left flank. Easy grab for Washburn. Now it's played out to the Wolverines midfield. Ibarra to Swike. Whistle blows. Play has stopped. It's a bit hard to tell what has happened. The clock has stopped. It's a bit hard to tell if if a foul has been given or play has stopped because somebody's injured. Referee appears to be explaining something to Alex Swike. Head referee is communicating with the fourth official. And play resumes, played back to Washburn. Now to Ibarra. Serta comes to get it. Serta plays it out to Reagan. Now to Osman on the left flank. Borges overlapping. Played out to Borges, back to Osman. Osman centers it to Serta. Serta plays it back behind the halfway line to Samaki. Plays it out to Swike. Swike to Hallahan. Hallahan knocks it down to Mertz, who centers it. Good sliding tackle there by Henry Laval. And the Bulls retake possession. However, it's knocked out for a South Florida throw. And Flanagan throws it in to Skublak. Now to Murphy. Now Cupid, Ikaza. Back to Murphy. However, that's a bit sloppy. Now Zaki's in on goal by himself. Zaki goes for the shot. Blocked away by Devonish Mears. Zaki looking to put the ball through Devonish Mears' legs. However, Mears holds his ground and knocks the ball away. And now Cupid knocks it back, however, repossessed by the Wolverines. Now Ibarra plays it in the center to Mertz in the center circle. Now to Swike on the left-hand side. Or excuse me, the right-hand side. Samaki flips it over to Borges, who's all by himself on the left-hand side. Borges tries to play it into Osman, but Cupid's there. And Osman muscles Cupid off the ball and takes possession. Osman knocks it back to Borges, who plays it to Ibarra. Now Reagan. Serta. Borges. Borges tries to cut out to the touchline. However, Cupid's there to usher the ball out for a goal kick. Now 10 minutes into the second half, so 35 minutes left. The Wolverines still clinging to a 1-0 lead. And South Florida really doesn't seem all that interested in retaining possession. Murphy plays back to Devonish Mears. Devonish Mears plays it out to Skublak. Skublak out to Murphy. Murphy tries to kick it long. Out to Ikaza, who tries to tap it out with his heel back to Mongi. Now to Laval. Laval plays back to Cupid. Cupid plays the ball back to Devonish Mears. Mears takes it down. And he tries to boot it long to Flanagan on the left-hand side. Flanagan looks to drive forward. Flanagan cuts inside. Billhard is overlapping, however. Flanagan tries to back heel, and it is repossessed by Mertz, and now to Serta. Serta plays it back to Borges, and then Serta has it by himself on the left flank, plays it back to Borges. Borges tries to play it long to Zaki, and Zaki just gets there in time. Zaki looking for a cross, and it is knocked out for a corner by Marcus Murphy. And Mark Ibarra once again walks up to the corner flag to put this ball in the box. Ibarra, the right footer. This is expected, so very likely this is going to be an in-swinging penalty, or excuse me, an in-swinger of a corner kick. Galena, or Henry Galena in the first half largely dealt with corners. However, he has been sent off, so Henry Laval has already been come in. It'll be interesting to see how the Bulls handle this. And the in-swinging kick comes in, and Reagan goes up with his head just at the top, knocked away twice by Devonish Mears. First header by Reagan, just knocked just over, however, not out by Devonish Mears. And then Osman charges going for the header, however, and it looks like Mears almost deflected it off the post, again off of Osman's head and out of bounds for a goal kick. Devonish Mears kicks it long, out of bounds to the left for a Wolverines throw. And now the throw in. Hallahan tries to center it, but it's knocked away by Laval. Excuse me, by Ikaza. Now Serta, Ibarra to Borges on the left-hand side. facing up with Mangi. Borges cuts inside, centers it to Ibarra. Ibarra looks for Hallahan out there on the right flank. Hallahan is all by himself. Hallahan, the left footer, is largely inverted. Hallahan cuts inside, goes for a goal. 2-0! Robbie Mertz, the header, off of Jack Hallahan's cross. And the Wolverines double their lead with the flow of play to take a 2-0 lead over South Florida. Hallahan largely playing on the right-hand side, despite him being a left-footed player. And there you see the benefit of having an inverted winger. Hallahan cuts inside and is able to play an in-swinging ball across. Mertz off his head. Devonish Mears is not ready for it, and the Wolverines take a 2-0 lead. And now Mangi on the right side. Excuse me if I said Serta scored the goal. It is Robbie Mertz. Now Henry Laval. Laval tries to play it to Cupid. A little too much pace on it. And out the ball goes for a Wolverines throw. Borges looks to take it. Serta wants it. Borges throws it back to Reagan. Samaki. Out to the right-hand side to Swike. Swike centers it to Serta. Swike. Swike flips the play over to Reagan on the left side. Reagan plays it out to Borges a little bit too far to intercepted by Cupid. Cupid plays it out to Ikaza. Ikaza drives forward and headed away by Samaki. Laval tries to take it down. Excellent play, excellent form of ball control there, trying to keep it away from Osman. Now it's played out to Cupid on the right-hand side. Cupid to Mangi. Cupid. Murphy. Out to Skublock. Skublock drives past Hallahan. Not the greatest of defensive efforts there by the Wolverines Herman Award finalist. Excuse me, watch list member. Now Murphy to Cupid. Cupid plays it to Ikaza. Ikaza on the right side to Mangi. And it goes out of bounds for a Wolverines throw. Borges throws it long and forward to Zaki, who tries to hold the ball up. And referee does not call a foul on Cupid. South Florida repossesses. And Skublock looks to flip the play. However, he ultimately plays it back to Laval. Laval to Murphy. Murphy kicks it forward to Mangi. Ikaza takes it down. Now Mangi. Knocked away by Borges. Now Zaki repossesses. And both Zaki and Laval go down. And the referee appears to call a foul on Ikaza. Excuse me. He calls the foul on Zaki. Ikaza a little upset, looks like he wanted Zaki to go down in the book. And now Skublock. Flanagan. Flanagan plays for the cross inside. Cleared very far by Samaki. And now Laval. Now Cupid tries to play a long ball into the box. Ikaza goes up for Billhart goes up for it. And it's held up by Ikaza. Ikaza goes down. South Florida players are appealing for a penalty, but no such penalty given. Goal kick to Michigan. Washburn really hasn't had a whole lot to do tonight, aside from take goal kicks, and the ball is played out to Swike on the right-hand side. And back to Serta. Now Ibarra to Reagan. Ibarra. Serta, right in the center of the park. Serta tries to play it out to Hallahan a little too far, and it goes into the student section for a South Florida throw. Now Hallahan heads it away. Headed up in the air. Laval goes for it, and Ikaza takes it down. And now a Cupid to Ikaza. Ikaza kicks the ball, deflected off Borges, and repossessed by the Wolverines. Wolverines looking to break here. Serta on the overlap on the left side. Borges taken down. Zaki goes for the shot, and Hallahan goes for the blast over the net. Goal kick, Michigan. Or excuse me, South Florida. Borges was taken down on the edge of the box, but it looks like the referee played advantage. Zaki looked to hold the ball up, almost looked like he was looking to shoot, and ultimately played it out to Hallahan, who took the shot over the net. Now Devonish Mears kicks it long and out of bounds for a Wolverines throw. Now Zaki to Hallahan. And Hallahan turns it over to Mungi, but Mungi loses the ball to Swike. Now Mertz in the middle. Ibarra plays it out to the left flank at the halfway line for Borges. Now Ibarra in the center. Ibarra plays it out to Hallahan on the left flank, on the right flank, and he's going to come out there. He's going to get it. Wolverine scored from this position. Hallahan cuts inside, plays for the pullback, knocked away for a corner kick by Henry Laval. The goal officially recorded 57 minutes and 58 seconds into the game. Goal by Robbie Mertz with his head, his first goal of the season, with the assist by Jack Hallahan on that cross. And Zaki, of course, that'd be the second goal. The first goal, Mohamed Zaki off a set piece earlier in the first half. That was his second goal of the season. That's Hallahan taking the corner, slings it in, but retrieved by Devonish Mears. Now Devonish Mears puts the ball down, looks to play it out from the back to Murphy. Murphy to Laval. Laval out to Skublock. Plays it up the left flank to Flanagan. Back to Skublock. Skublock looks to flip the play. Ultimately goes for the short pass to Murphy. Murphy also looking to flip the play. Once again goes for the short pass back to Skublock. Skublock tries to play it long to Rutherham, but it is kicked away by Samaki. And now the Wolverines have a chance to break. Hallahan cuts inside. Hallahan dragged down by Skublock, and a little extracurricular activity after that. Hallahan really not happy with Skublock there for essentially wrestling him down, and Skublock is going to get a yellow card for that rough foul. And Hallahan looks like he's called over. He may go down in the book. Yes, Hallahan will receive a yellow card for losing his head a little bit there. Not really something you want to see there if you're Shaka Daly. You especially as Hallahan coming back from an injury, not good to get into altercations like that. However, as the foul was on Skublock, the Wolverines will take the ball. And it will be Swike. Pulls it back for Reagan at the halfway line. Reagan to Ibarra. Ibarra plays it back to Samaki. Samaki looks to boot it forward, hesitates, and down the left flank to Borges. Borges keeps it in. No, he does not, rules the referee, and a goal kick given to Devonish Mears.
The Michigan substitution is number 24, Lucas Rosendahl.
All right, and if you just heard that, Lucas Rosendahl has returned to the game. Jack Hallahan comes off, and it looks like his day is done. Excuse me. Hallahan is still on. Rosendahl comes on as a sub for Umar Farouk Osman. Osman has played the entire game so far, and Now Muhammad, that is not Zaki. Have a player down. It looks almost like a cramp. One moment. Can't really see who it is. It is number 5, Abdu Samaki. Appears to have cramped up or perhaps taken a little bit of a kick, but he is up and playing again in the Wolverines. Restart play. Now Reagan. Borges. Borges cuts inside. Borges drives forward. Borges plays it to Zaki. Zaki holds the ball up. Zaki looking for the pass before he is run down by by Ikaza. And the ball is returned to South Florida. Bill Hart plays it back to Devonish Mears. Rosendahl has taken up his previous position on the right wing. Now Hallahan has moved over to the left wing to replace Umar Farouk Osman, and it's repossessed. Now it's Zweig. Plays it out to Mertz on the overlap. Excuse me, that was Rosendahl first. Now Mertz. Mertz plays it back to Zweig. Ibarra. Ibarra now to Rosendahl. Rosendahl looks for the overlap out to Zweig, who plays it in. Header by Zaki into the ground and over the net. Goal kick given to South Florida. Wolverines now have 13 shots, 7 on goal. And now it is possessed by Ikaza. Now to Laval. Laval out to Mongi. Flanagan on the overlap. Now Laval. Headed away by Samaki. But now it's Bill Hart tries to play Rudderham in. Rudderham still fighting for it, but it is knocked clear by Reagan. Now Zaki tries to hold the ball up a little before the halfway line. Zaki goes down. No foul given. And Bill Hart tries to take it on, and it is played in, repossessed by Borges. Now Ibarra. Ibarra slings it out to the right-hand side to Zweig. Zweig tries a long ball to Hallahan. It does not quite get the horizontal movement and too much vertical movement, out of bounds for a goal kick. South Florida's captain, Jonathan Rosales, has rejoined the game, and Tomas Skublak has come off. Now Murphy for the Bulls. Murphy looks for a pass, plays it short to Laval. Laval harassed by Mertz. Laval plays it out to Cupid. Now repossessed by the Wolverines. Opportunity for break. Zaki goes for the ball, however. Excellent tackle there by Bill Hart. Now Zaki tries to repossess again, but Murphy keeps possession. Now Laval to Cupid. Mongi. And play stops. Looks like South Florida's Stephen Rudderham is down. Looks like his leg is bothering him. He is up and ready to go, though he is limping a little bit, limping slightly. There's also been a South Florida substitution. 13, Freddie Gill has come on at left back, though with their formation looks more like a left wing back now to substitute as a substitute for Flanagan. And it takes a long direct free kick, and it is weak header by Rudderham, cleared wide by Reagan for a South Florida throw.
The South Florida substitution is 17, Trey Jackson.
And Trey Jackson has re-entered the game for the Bulls. And Steven Rutherham comes off. His day appears to be done. Trey Jackson, of course, started the game, but was taken off in the first half and is now rejoined. Another South Florida throw. Cupid plays it out to Bill Hart. Bill Hart drives, crosses it inside to Ikaza, who goes down, no penalty, and repossessed by the Wolverines. Hallahan down the left flank. Knocked away by Rosales for a Michigan throw. Ikaza walks over to the fourth official, who looks somewhat frustrated at how this game has developed. We're now inside of 20 minutes left in the game. Michigan still holds a 2-0 lead. Laval takes it out to Gill. Headed away by Samaki. Foul called on Trey Jackson. Reagan to Mertz. Out to Swike. Plays it back to Samaki. Now Reagan. Borges on the left-hand side. Borges plays it back to Reagan. Reagan plays it to Serta. Serta plays the ball back to Samaki. Samaki to Swike. Now to Rosendahl. Now Mertz. Rosendahl wants it. Zaki is in and just misses the ball for the volley goal. Devonish Mears comes out and retrieves it and rolls it to Laval. Now to Cupid. Devonish Mears has the ball at the penalty spot. And he kicks it long to Gill. Foul called on Alex Swike. Apologies, Austin Swike. And South Florida has a free kick just past the halfway line. Mahonky plays the ball into the box. Laval goes up for the header, headed away by Samaki. And it falls to Zaki, who plays a nifty little pass out to Hallahan on the left-hand side. Hallahan looks like he managed to keep it in. However, in doing so, he wasn't able to really do anything other than kick the ball straight to Devonish Mears. Mears to Rosales. Rosales pressed by Serta. Serta gets a foot on it, goes out of bounds for a South Florida throw. Rosales looks to take the throw. Throws it forward to Bill Hart. Bill Hart has played the entire game. And Bill Hart retains possession. Back to Rosales. Now Laval. Laval plays it out to Cupid in some space. And now to Gill. Ikaza. Mangi. Gill plays it back to Cupid. Murphy. Rosales. Back to Murphy. Murphy tries to play a long ball forward to Ikaza. However, it is inaccurate and out of bounds for a Michigan throw.
The Michigan substitution to number 13, Declan Gaffney. With number 2, Marcelo Borges. Number 10, Umar Farouk Osman. For number 11, Jack Hallahan.
All right, there have been a few more substitutions have come on. Marcelo Borges, his day is done. As it appears, are Jack Hallahan's and Mohamed Zaki's. In to replace them, Umar Farouk Osman has come back on, as has Sosa Emavan. And making his first appearance today is Declan Gaffney, played last week against Tulsa. And now it looks like Ibarra and Ikaza have gone down. However, no foul given. South Florida repossesses now to Laval. To Serta. Osman. Serta on the overlap. Osman slings it out to Serta. Serta looking for the cross. Serta goes for the cut inside, tries to play the ball in. Headed away by Cupid. And possessed by Gill on the left-hand side. Gill plays it back to Devonish Mears. Billhart calling for the ball on the right side. Devonish Mears decides to boot it long and out of bounds over the student section bleachers for a Wolverines throw, and Austin Swike and Noah Kleedke has come back in the game. Austin Swike, his day appears to be done. Wolverines using a lot of substitutions late in this second half. It seems in an attempt to kill this game off and save recovering players like Hallahan from further injury. Now 13 minutes, 45 seconds left in the game. The Wolverines lead 2-0. But they're not done. Here's Emavon for the referee calls a foul on Michigan. South Florida repossesses. Cupid plays it back to Devonish Mears. Mears to Murphy. Devonish Mears back to Murphy. Murphy drives forward, looks for the pass, looks for Ikaza, slings it out to Rosales on the left side, intercepted by Gaffney. Usman plays Gaffney on the overlap. Gaffney tries for the ball in, but it's knocked away by Rosales and cleared away for a corner by Marcus Murphy. And Ibarra, Michigan's penalty taker for much of this game, comes out to the left-hand side, being the right, being a right footer. This is expected to be an in-swing corner. And Ibarra lines up on the left side of the corner flag as such. Ibarra plays the in-swinging ball in low corner, headed away by Ikaza. Headed down by Gaffney. Now Trey Jackson tries to play it long. Nobody's there. It is headed back to Henry Washburn by Abdu Samaki. Now Kleedke. Osman. Mertz. Emavon. Cupid says offside. Referee disagrees. Osman cuts it. Osman looks to cut inside. Tries to center the ball. Nobody's home. Knocked away to Billhart. Billhart driving forward. Billhart tries to play a ball to Trey Jackson. Trey Jackson doesn't see it. However, Trey Jackson is able to keep possession before it is knocked away by Ivo Serta. But it is repossessed now Jackson. Rosales. Rosales marked by Serta. Now Murphy. Murphy mishandles it. Sosa Emavon running for the ball before Murphy is able to recover and play it back to Devonish Mears in time. But it was a little bit of a short clearance. Now Mertz repossesses. Now to Osman on the right-hand side. Knocked away for a Michigan throw by Corey Cupid. And Noah Kleedke looks to take this throw. Kleedke lobs it into Osman, plays it to Mertz, who plays it back to Rosendahl. Rosendahl almost trips over the ball, however, he recovers and regains possession. Rosendahl cuts inside. Rosendahl turns around, plays back to Kleedke. Kleedke tries to play a ball in over Serta's head and out of bounds for a goal kick. And Devonish Mears takes the ball, and the Wolverines will use yet another substitution. The captain, Ivo Serta, comes off in favor of the sophomore from Hollywood, Florida, number 15, Carlos Tellez. Not to be confused with longtime Argentine major soccer player Carlos Tevez. And it is cleared into the grandstand by Henry Laval for a Wolverines throw. Gaffney, playing left back now, stands to take the throw. They're looking for the long throw. Throws it long to Emavon. Emavon beats Murphy, but Emavon is unable to break away from Murphy. Emavon a little frustrated that no foul has been called on Marcus Murphy, but result remains the same. Another goal kick. We are now inside of 10 minutes left in this game. Wolverines clinging to a 2-0 lead. Well, I don't know if I could say clinging as much as they're holding it. South Florida really has not looked threatening, being a man down and already to a certain extent being overwhelmed before Henry Galena was sent off in the first half. Corey Cupid plays it back to Rosales, who is forced to take it all the way back to avoid the ball going out of bounds. Murphy, back to Devonish Mears. Devonish Mears looking to play it short first. Yep, and he plays it to Marcus Murphy. And South Florida has brought on another player, Felipe Baptista. Baptista has replaced Adrian Billhart. Now Kleedke knocks it down. Tries to play Emavon in. But it is repossessed by South Florida. Now Baptista to Rosales. Rosales tries to play it long to Trey Jackson, who does knock it down. However, not the greatest of touches, but Jackson is able to regain possession before he takes it out of bounds unwittingly for a Michigan throw. And Gaffney once again looks to throw a long ball forward, headed out of bounds by Baptista. Once again, Gaffney stands to take the throw at the halfway line. Directing Emavon forward, and he plays to Emavon. Emavon holds the ball up out of bounds for a South Florida throw. Emavon appealing, thinks Rosales got a touch. However, a handball was called on Emavon. And now Cupid. To Mongi, back to Cupid, who plays it to Baptista. Baptista plays it forward to Laval. Now South Florida has some movement. And the cross in by Mongi, headed away by Reagan. And Baptista tries a wild shot, but rolls through to Washburn. Now it's Emavon. Emavon tries a shot, saved by Devonish Mears. Looked a little bit slow coming off of Emavon's foot. However, Mears had to make actually had to work a little bit to make that save. Now Monaghay back to Ibarra. Now Mertz tries to play it out to Rosendahl. However, Freddie Gill is not having any of that. And Devonish Mears knocks it out to Rosales, who centers it to Baptista. Now to Ikaza. Ikaza plays it out to Monaghay on the left side. Laval. Laval muscled off the ball by the smaller Robbie Mertz, and Laval is forced to foul. And Wolverines really in no hurry to take this kick. Looks like Washburn's going to come all the way out and take it. Now 5 minutes left in this game. The Wolverines up 2-0. And now it's played to Samaki. Reagan. Gaffney. Osman. Osman tries to cut inside. Now moves to the touchline. Loses the ball. And it is deflected back to Devonish Mears. Now Tellez regains possession now to Osman. Tellez on the overlap. Osman goes for the shot. Left. Goal kick to South Florida. Members of this crowd already starting to leave confident in this game, and South Florida plays what will likely be the final substitution of the game. Number 27, Avion Flanagan, comes back in, and out comes the player, I believe the only player for South Florida to have not been subbed out at all at this point. Number 10, Josue Manahe. And the Wolverines will also use a sub. Out comes Robbie Mertz, who gives the armband to Jackson Reagan. In to replace him, number 22, Joe Hurtgen. And Mertz given a good round of applause by this soccer stadium crowd. And the referee blows the whistle to resume play. Devonish Mears, long ball, headed up in the air by Baptista. Cupid and Laval collide into each other. It's repossessed by the Wolverines. Emevo racing for the ball. Now Hurtgen slings it out to the right to Kleedke, or rather to Rosendahl, where now Kleedke retakes possession. Now Rosendahl plays it out to Kleedke on the overlap. Kleedke looks for the cross. Fakes out Jackson, plays it back to Ibarra, plays it back to Kleedke. Kleedke looking for Rosendahl. Rosendahl cuts inside, turns around. Rosendahl driving forward. Rosendahl almost looking for a shot, tries to play it out to Emavon, however, it's knocked away by Baptista. And now Ikaza takes possession for South Florida, fighting with Tellez over it. And now played back to Laval. Now Gill. Flanagan up in more of a right wing role with Gill at left back. Gill bowls over Samaki. And it goes out of bounds for a South Florida throw. Gill will take the throw. Takes it quickly. Jackson. Repossessed by Kleedke. Now Emavon. Wolverines have a chance to break. Emavon taking it himself. 1-on-3. However, a foul is called on Baptista. And the Wolverines will have a throw in an attacking position. Looks like it will be either Kleedke or Ibarra to take this. It looks like it's going to be Ibarra. Ibarra plays the ball into the box. Short ball to Emavon, now to Hurtgen. Rather to Rosendahl. Plays it out to Emavon. Emavon plays the cross in, deflected out for a corner by Trey Jackson. Now down about 90 seconds left in this game. Wolverines still up 2-0. Wolverines in no hurry to take this corner. For the referee blows the whistle and stops the clock, forcing the Wolverines to hurry it up a little bit. And now it looks like they take it short. Rosendahl to Kleedke. Kleedke in the corner. It is knocked out for a goal kick. Mears sets the ball. Devonish Mears sends all South Florida players forward. Devonish Mears boots it long. And it is knocked back into the Bulls' third by Kleedke. Flanagan limping. Now it's headed away. Now Jackson has an opportunity before it's knocked away by Carlos Tellez and headed out of bounds by Gaffney. And now it's played in inside to Baptista. who plays it into Ikaza. Now Baptista plays it out to Flanagan on the left. Flanagan still looks like his leg is bothering him. Flanagan plays for the ball in, and it is wide. And now the countdown has started. 10 seconds left in this game. Washburn picks the ball up. Washburn kicks it as far as he can, and the game is over. Michigan holds on to win 2-0 against the South Florida Bulls. All of that, South Florida mustered only one shot on goal, and it was a save for Henry Washburn. Ultimately, did not have to do a whole lot tonight. Harrison Devonish Mears, his counterpart for the Bulls, very busy tonight with 15 shots, 8 on goal, and Devonish Mears saved 6 of them. And the goals are in the first half to Mohamed Zaki, his second of the season, and Robbie Mertz in the second half, his first. Henrique Galina was sent off in the first half, and additionally, several more bookings were issued out during the game. Marcelo Borges picked up a yellow card for Michigan, as did Jack Hallahan. And now, as the players walk over to the student section to receive a warm reception by the students, I believe that is all we have here. So thank you very much for joining us here tonight at the U of M Soccer Stadium. Thank you for tuning in on WCBN Sports. My name is Nick Hornberg, and the final score here tonight, once again, at the Michigan Soccer Stadium in Ann Arbor, Michigan 2, South Florida 0.